Hi guys, it's your girl Sadium. Hi, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful time and let's just get into it. So, we're back to talking about these two babies of mine because I love them so much and I would actually die for them. And if you don't know who these characters are, they're my original characters from my story. Revived, the title is still work in progress. And their names are Cameron Sinclair and Walter Anthony Fox, and they're my actual OTP. So before we start talking about them, I should explain a bit how the story works, because even if you heard it before, it's a continuous work in progress and it always keeps getting updated, so I feel like I should explain the changes for now. The story focuses on a young medium by the name of Madeline Lawrence, a 17-year-old whose entire life has spent around her abilities and therefore her job, as a medium. In this world, mediumship could be compared to a recessive gene that causes you to Oh my god, I made the script for this video and I made so many mistakes. Okay, so basically, in this world, mediumship could be compared to a recessive gene that makes your life basically connect to the veil and the other side, and you're basically like walking on the line between the living and the dead, and if a medium can be properly trained, they can possess the power to summon, exorcise, or bring ghosts back to life, because yeah. God, I have a script and then I'm not even following it. God, I'm a genius. So, after taking on her last job in a small town surrounded by mystery and ghosts and stuff like that, the previous story before the whole change, Maddie swears to never use her powers again and just live her life as a normal teenager with her aunt, because turns out she didn't lose her whole family and an aunt took her in. Unfortunately, her life changes again, and she has to use her powers once more because mediums across the globe start having power outbreaks, kind of similar to a short circuit, but with ghosts, stuff. So during one of those outbreaks, Maddie accidentally summons back to this world 4 ghosts from her last job: Alan, Sybil, Cameron, Walter, the main characters. And they gain physical forms as long as Maddie is stable, and basically their life force is linked to Maddie's. And they're what you would professionally call a revived. That's where the title of the story comes from. I'm not that creative. So that's the premise, and the story basically follows the squad trying to figure out this mystery, while also struggling with being alive again and also being a teenager, life. Now that you have the context necessary, let's talk about my babies, without spoiling too much, of course, because I actually do like this version of the story, so I don't think a lot of it will change. So let's start with Walter Anthony Fox, or how Cameron likes to call him, Waltz. Just for short. He is a revived banshee that died somewhere in the late 18th century while trying to prove to his father that he can also be a great sailor. The short version is that he has a petrifying fear of water while also wishing to live at sea and travel the world on a boat. He's a complicated boy, I love him. Needless to say, he's a train wreck. Oh god, this script. So, I wrote the script like a month ago, and I forgot everything I wrote here, so yeah, this is a mess. But yeah, needless to say, he's a train wreck when it comes to his emotions, because he didn't really have any friends when he was alive, so he never really learned how to express his emotions. Which is why he mostly hides them with a thick layer of wholesomeness and loud singing, because I love him. He's a goofball, and it's surprising that he even got this far in life, or, afterlife. Oh yeah, and he's also the physically youngest of the group. He's 16, while also being the technically oldest by being born 3 years before Sybil. So basically what I mean by that is, appearance-wise, he is 16, and he died when he was 16, that's why he still looks 16. But because he was the first one to be born ever, like in 1776, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong on that, but somewhere around that. So he would be the oldest if he never died. He would also be dead, but that's a whole different story. And yeah, the second oldest technically would be Sybil, that's why I put it here. Sorry, I should talk about Sybil at some point in this channel, but it's surprising I still haven't at all. And that, back to the story. And the other Bean is Cameron Sinclair, a bastard child of a mob boss from the Roaring 20s, who can be... what? Who can... yeah. I also sometimes refer to him as Cammy, and that's what Walter refers to him, because they are babies and they have cute nicknames for each other. Of course they do. And he looks 18 and is about 8 years old if you count the times he was a ghost. He normally looks like he could kill you, but is actually a cinnamon roll. Yeah, that's basically the description of this character. While he was alive, he often attended wild parties and never cared for the consequences. He still doesn't, really. He toned it down a bit after getting killed for being too dense, but still has difficulty predicting any consequences for his actions. Shenanigans ensue. He's calmer of the duo, but that doesn't... Yeah, but like, he's the calmer of the duo, but that doesn't mean a lot, because the standard to meet is really low when the only other contentant is Walter. In the previous video I made about Foxglare, which is the ship name, which is what I call them, yeah. I said they were a perfect and happy couple. Well, that is not correct anymore. Even though they love each other a lot, they do encounter a lot of difficulties, mostly of which are caused for their peculiar living situation, or, you know, unliving situation. But I will never stop drawing them sweet, aesthetically pleasing drawings of them, because I do love them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wouldn't mind if you liked it and subscribed. I love you all. Bye!
Don't like the color, I'll change the shade of it. I'm not afraid of it. I know I'm holding on to this. Holding on. I know I'm holding on to